Welcome to the NCAA Baseball Regionals presented by Capital One. Inside Dick Howser Stadium, Mississippi State cool, collected, and they are relaxed trying to extend their season. Noah Sullivan, the mustache often imitated, never duplicated, there's the real deal, and he's looked apart for the Diamond Dogs. They get the number 9 national seed. Florida State, man, the Noles looking locked in, one win away from moving on to the Super Regionals. That's what we're playing for here in Tallahassee. If Florida State wins, they advance. Mississippi State will have to beat Florida State twice after eliminating Northeastern earlier today. Second matchup between these two storied programs in 24 hours. Last night, it was Miles Bailey capping a huge fourth inning with a grand slam to make it 7-1. Plenty of room from there to let the projected number 1 overall pick of this summer's draft do some work. Jamie Arnold, dude was locked in. 7 innings, only 3 runs allowed, and a season-high 13 strikeouts. Florida State wins 10-3. Alongside Devin Travis, I'm Lo Galindo. Welcome to Tallahassee, a place where Mississippi State feels very comfortable facing elimination. The Diamond Dogs have now made it 5 straight elimination game wins here in Tallahassee, dating back to 2018 when they shocked Florida State to advance to the Super Regionals. The Dogs will have to do it twice here, today and tomorrow, if they want to advance again. What do they have to do to get it done?
Well, first and foremost, there's a left-handed pitcher on the mound in Wes Mendez, and this is one of the best offenses in the entire country against left-handed pitching. 40 home runs, second in the NCAA. And second off, this is a pitching staff that walked 15 guys yesterday. You cannot beat a good Florida State offense walking 15 guys. They struck out 16 of them, and they got a guy on the mound, Carson Ligon, who has power stuff.
Former Miami Hurricane. He knows about going toe-to-toe with these Florida State Seminoles.
Yes, he does.
On the other side, look at it this way. Florida State, they've looked poised in the first 2 games. And Alex Lodis, their best player, isn't even clicking yet.
Yeah, that's what can get them excited. Miles Bailey is on absolute fire, and they're slugging all over the yard. You see that 16 runs scored, 11 via that long ball that Link Jarrett loves.
Pitching matchup, Ligon against Wes Mendez for Florida State. First pitch coming up in the Tallahassee Regional Final. Mississippi State survived barely against Northeastern. Joe Powell in the 9th, holding on to a 1-run lead with the laser on an awkward delayed steal by Northeastern. Gatlin Sanders puts the tag on the money. They reviewed this. The call stands at second base. Northeastern eliminated, and Mississippi State continues to fight on. It's been an inspirational watch to see these Bulldogs and how they have rallied around their interim head coach, Justin Parker. They refuse to go quietly. The lineup really starting to roll. Garrett Fry coming off a 3-hit performance. He was hitless going into that game against Northeastern.
Yeah, key factor too, right out of the gate. Garrett Fry came out swinging that thing, setting the table for the rest of this powerful lineup.
This is such an intriguing pitching matchup because you've got Wes Mendez for Florida State. He transferred here from Ole Miss, so he knows about Mississippi State. And then on the other side, Carson Ligon, 2 years ago, he transferred to Mississippi State from Miami, so he knows all about the Noles rivalry.
And they find a way back to each other. And this guy right here, Wes Mendez, it's really good stuff, and it's a fastball. Use that at the top of the zone to 95 miles per hour, but the key is the secondary command, and it's good breaking stuff. However, it's just not in the zone quite often enough early in ball games to be able to really give these hitters reason to even look for that pitch. So a big key early on, getting ahead with that fastball, but can you land the secondary stuff?
Packed house here in Tallahassee. Florida State a win away for the Super Regionals. Garrett Fry, first pitch swinging. Chase Williams going back. The high archer, first pitch, gone. An absolute nuke by Garrett Fry. These Bulldogs ain't here to mess around.
Yeah, the tone is set. Pitch one, just like last game. Garrett Fry, ready to go. Mendez, a guy with really good stuff, but aggression in the leadoff hole. Fastball up, top of the zone, ready to fire. 1-0 ball game, one pitch in.
And that will quiet things down inside Dick Howser. Ace Reese now goes to work. First pitch swinging as well. Reese really needed to get it going. Garrett Fry gets it going here. Goodness.
Just sweet swinging. 41 home runs now against left-handed pitching for this Mississippi State club.
Up the middle. Backhand. Drew Farrell will not be in time. Fantastic effort, but Ace Reese has his second base knock, and all of them are under 80 miles per hour off the bat. He's not complaining, though.
No doubt about it, and he hasn't really gotten into his groove, but that's what good hitters do. They find a way to get on base, find a way to find holes. Ace Reese, 3 pitches into this game. We got a 1-0 ball game. A man on first base.
That is the SEC Newcomer of the Year. This is Noah Sullivan, the stash. That's a confident man when you're going to rock that look. And the numbers backing it up. 4 for 11, 2 home runs, a double, and 3 driven in this Tallahassee Regional.
And he had a nice night last night against Jamie Arnold, one of the best in the country. Big homer, double. He likes left-handed pitching here.
Up the middle, Farrell, there's 1, there's 2.
Yeah, much needed. Some great defense right there too. The ball, it's a jam shot. Dice is up in the air. And Drew Farrell, he could have decided, I'm gonna go attack this ball, try to catch it in the air. No, smart, I'm gonna sit back, let the ball bounce to me right at second base, smooth double play. And that's a big time, great feeling for Mendez, pitcher's best friend.
Hunter Hines seeing the shift. Northeastern did the same thing to him. Rolls it over to Farrell. And after the first pitch, it was really good for Wes Mendez. But he ain't getting that first pitch back. Garrett Fry with his 4th leadoff home run this season.
They love that left-handed pitching, man, and I love me an aggressive leadoff hitter that says, hey, Mississippi State, we won 5 straight games in regionals in Tallahassee. I'll set the tone for y'all boys. Let's go.
It took Garrett Fry 1 pitch to make it 1-0 Mississippi State in this regional final. Bulldogs will have to beat Florida State twice to move on to the Super Regionals. Gage Harrelson will lead off. The 2 spot is the focus here. Alex Lodis only with 1 hit, and it was a ball that was not squared up.
Yeah, just a matter of time for that guy gets going too, and I think it was a concerted plan to get the ball to the right side. He got rewarded with a good game plan. They need their best player to show up right now.
Carson Ligon, a man that knows his Florida State program well because he pitched for Miami.
It's elusive stuff. 4-pitch mix, fastball up to 97 miles per hour. And against left-handed hitters, it's going to be the changeup. Over a 50% swing and miss. Against the righties, it's the slider. It's the swing and miss pitch. It's great. He uses more sliders than fastballs against right-handed hitting. Big thing to keep an eye on, these right-handed hitters for Florida State. They seem like they kind of fall into traps where they look for those breaking balls. Command, key, set the tone early, Carson Ligon.
First pitch ball to Harrelson. The top 4, Florida State, as good as it gets in college baseball. What will happen tonight here in Tallahassee? Moments ago in Nashville, we saw the #1 national seed Vanderbilt Commodores fall to Wright State.
Any given day, baseball.
And speaking of Wright State, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, led by their interim head coach, Justin Parker, who was a 6th-round pick out of Wright State in 2008.
How about that? Wright State rolling into Vandy.
Yeah. Georgia, #7 national seed, eliminated earlier today on a walk-off home run by Oklahoma State. Clemson is done, the number 11 national seed. And Oregon as well. So it's 7-11, 12-1. Toast. Harrelson down swinging.
Yeah, I'd call that setting the tone right there. He lives 93 to 97, but he is fired up today. You see that fastball shooting at 98. He won this at bat on a 3-1 cutter underneath the hands. Harrelson chased there. Big swing and a miss.
ACC Player of the Year, Alex Lodice. He's going to be an early pick in this summer's draft and the conversation to go in the first round.
And he's a good player. He's a complete player. It's 5 tools. Having a slow regional, but an incredible year. Hovering around that 400 mark, something that has not been done here by a player wearing garnet and gold quite some time.
Tyler Holt, 2009, the last Knoll to hit 400.
That was my college teammate, and boy, he could hit.
Some guy named Buster also hit 400 the year before. Big cut by Lodice.
This is big time stuff right here. That slider today, it's super tight, really playing more so like a cutter. Fastball, alive.
Ligon delivers. Lodice survives. Ligon has 2 previous starts against Florida State. 13 innings pitched, a 4.15 ERA with 12 strikeouts. A win and a loss. Those numbers put up in his days at the beginning of his career at Miami, where he spent the first 2 years before transferring to Starkville.
He's always been a very talented guy.
Lodice drawing the walk.
That's a good take there. Umpire says no, sir. I tell you what. Tough one to take. Lodice wins.
15 walks issued by Mississippi State in their first matchup against Florida State, the most for the Bulldogs since 2023. Here's Max Williams. 2 for 9 in the regional with a home run and 2 driven in.
4 strikeouts yesterday, started the game 0 for 5. Wanted that last at bat. Knock up the middle, powerful guy here.
Can run too.
There's that changeup. It's his pitch. Over 50% swing and miss. It's left-handed hitters. It's a good one.
Ligon delivers 0-2. And there's the second strikeout of the inning.
And on back-to-back changeups. You get him 0-2. Go down with it a little bit further. No chance. Second strikeout of the day for Ligon.
Here's a freshman. Should be an easy out, right? This is not a typical freshman. Miles Bailey, 10 for 16 in the last 5 games with 6 home runs. He's the man that broke it open in the 4th inning last night with a grand slam to left.
Big time power to all fields. Locked in right now.
Has a pull side home run and an oppo home run in this regional. After that home run, Mississippi State really tried to stay away from that barrel. And Bailey will take his walks. Jump foul.
Yeah, and those walks he's been taking has been a progression throughout the season. As you see his numbers, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, and 5 walks. That big grand slam last night was a big punch delivered by this Florida State club.
Ligon gets him. 3 strikeouts in the first. for the former Cane, now Bulldog, Carson Ligon.
Not messing around when I tell you it's big time stuff. He's got it all, man, and he looks locked in early. This is a great sign for the Bulldogs.
Perfect night for baseball here in Tallahassee, Florida. A ton on the line. And with the way that this NCAA tournament has shaped up so far, if you're Mississippi State, why not believe? You see so many of these national seeds falling. 4 of them have been eliminated so far, and that number is adding steadily. Bulldogs believing. 3 seed here in this region. They just knocked off the 2 seed in the region, Northeastern. A little break, refuel, reload, and go. Here's Bryce Chance swinging through that one. And it's 0-2.
We talked about that secondary command, being able to land it back-to-back there for Wes Mendez. A lot of early swings in this ball game for Mississippi State. Mendez countering.
In on the hands, had to fight that one off. Good player here in Bryce Chance. 4 for 13 with a double, was driven in 2.
Yeah, staying through the middle of the field. Simple approach, been really good with 2 strikes.
Mendez, low. His catcher tonight, Jackson West.
Florida State rolls out 2 catchers. Jackson West, defensive guy. Big hits all year.
On the barrel, but dive into the glove of Lodis, the ACC Defensive Player of the Year.
And another barrel. Bryce Chance, staying on a breaking ball. In the zone, down to the bottom. This Mississippi State club, great approaches all weekend. Wes Mendez, good sign. Breaking balls are landing in the zone.
Joe Powell, he's been that guy for Mississippi State. That throw down to second to end the game against Northeastern. The play that delivered Mississippi State here to this regional final.
And back to the travel ball days, doubleheader.
Yeah.
Man, catch a game at 12 in this heat, bounce back 6 o'clock, no problem, pencil me in.
At least it's not 10U travel ball, and you drew the 8:15 a.m. game.
Yeah, no kidding. I had one of those a couple weeks ago. It was humbling.
1-1 here to Joe Powell. Wes Mendez, a former Ole Miss Rebel. And that's off the cap, and let this one go foul. They do. What was your favorite time of the day to play?
Probably right now. Shadows are out of the way. The lights are starting to flick on. The heat calming down, and then you kind of just get to see it turn from light to night. And it's a beautiful ballpark, man. Great fans.
And these fans do not like the slow walk back to the batter's box by Joe Powell.
My man caught a game earlier at noon. My man can walk wherever he wants to walk.
Amen. Obviously not a lot of former catchers in attendance here tonight.
Yeah. Man, tough job. He took a shot, too, in that last game right off the mask, man.
He did. Powell down swinging. Strikeout number 1 for Wes Mendez.
Yeah, really, really good response this inning by Mendez after a first pitch home run by Garrick Fry. It's going to be the pitch for him tonight, that changeup. It's his best pitch. It's his strikeout pitch against right-handed hitters. That high arm slot comes out looking like a heater and just kind of falls right off the table. First K of the day.
Ross Highfield hitting in the 7th spot tonight. Sophomore from Madison, Mississippi. This last season with an injury. Considered a spark plug for this Bulldogs team.
2 home runs. Left-handed pitching this year.
Also a catcher by trade, playing a lot of corner outfield. And he can run.
Yes, he can.
Mendez trying to go back-to-back with the punch-outs. And he does.
Yeah, really good response, young man. It's that changeup. He's got it going. Secondary stuff locked in. Good sign, Wes Mendez.
Now from site to site, right here on Squeeze Play Live. If there are home runs or big plays, you will not miss.
Let's lose our minds.
Well, that's one way to get the party started.
That's a bad flip. Get used to that this weekend. This is your one-stop shop for everything Road to Omaha.
Squeeze Play is everywhere this time of year, even playing on the big board here at Mike Martin Field. Can't get enough of college baseball and Mike Rooney. The magical combination.
Yeah, they're wonderful. They do a great job with college baseball. That's a lot to keep up with, and they cover it all.
Now, one of the things I was most intrigued with this tournament is wondering if it was going to be along the lines of the men's basketball tournament, where it was chalk. It was the top seeds, the teams you expected to be the best, actually running the table and ending up the championship in the Final Four. And that's what we ended up seeing. I'm surprised, honestly, that it has not been more along those lines, and there has been more parity just because of the transfer portal and NIL with the biggest, baddest two conferences, the SEC and the ACC.
You make such a great point, and I think it is the transfer portal and the NIL and the constant movement of guys. Just like you mentioned in this game, right? You got Carson Ligon, who pitched on the weekend at the University of Miami 2 years ago. Last year was his first year at Mississippi State. When you look at Florida State's starting rotation, you got Bellini and Mendez, both guys who transferred in. So it's constant movement in college baseball.
And if you look around, especially the SEC, it blows me away that there are such good transfers from the Ivy League that come to the SEC. They're obviously fourth-year, fifth-year players, and they don't bat an eye. They fit right in. It really is remarkable. There's so much good talent all across the country in all of these different conferences. Honestly, there's too much of a window for development to be able to get it right at a high school every time. And there's too many players to be able to see everywhere you go.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody's got an ace, right? And it's pitching in the postseason that wins baseball.
Speaking of ace, there's Reese. Look what you did there, Devin.
Nice job.
Thanks for setting me up like that.
Anytime, baby, anytime. But yeah, I mean, you think about baseball and it's played in series, and then you think about other sports like basketball and football, and I'm throwing these numbers out there like I know it to be fact, but I believe that the best team in basketball and football wins at a higher clip than the best team in baseball wins, just because you end up, you look at Major League Baseball, you go 90 and 70, you're in the playoffs, it's a heck of a year. You're only 20 games over 500, so you got to bring your A stuff every day, and it's double elimination, man. Happens quick.
I mean, you look at the way Northeastern played the other night against Mississippi State. Mike Glavin felt like they were getting the bat to the ball, as this one is grounded to second, and Thoreau is retired. They just weren't finding barrels. Furthermore, we've seen teams that find barrels, and those barrels just find players in the field. It's so unpredictable.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But what's been proven over time, the more barrels you find, the more likely of a chance for those hits to drop and for a team to have success. which is why Link Jarrett, like many teams in the ACC and SEC, want power arms, power bats, and there's a little juice. Chase Williams off the top of the fence. He's thinking three. This man can fly, hit the brakes, go back to second. Yeah, a little double celly for Chase Williams.
He's exciting, dynamic, and he's a player that can do absolutely everything on a baseball field. And truly, he's just touching and beginning to scratch the surface of the player he's going to be. He's just the sophomore, and he's a guy last year that could have gone pro, and he came here to Florida State to develop under Link Jarrett. He's a 5-tool player. He can do everything well. He's a switch hitter. He's been hitting left on left, battling a little bit of a shoulder ailment, and he's hitting better against left-handed pitching than right-handed pitching. So, special player, man.
And we saw him leave the yard for the first time as a Seminole in the opener for the Tallahassee Regional against Bethune-Cookman. One of 3 home runs hit by Florida State in that game.
Needed one more cheeseburger for that one.
Heard that before. Here's James Hankerson Jr. hitting in the DH spot.
A lot of big hits this year. And what a beauty to be able to put a guy like this in the 8-hole. Very good against right-handed pitching. Uses the other side of the field. Fastballs, tries to shoot him the other way. Breaking balls naturally to the pull side.
Another nice spot, 95. Crowd did not like it.
Carson looks good.
In the dirt, Powell has been clutch.
Yes, he has. And that's a big block there. Chase Williams, ton of speed, gets to third base. Ball in the dirt. Chase Williams from third base can score. It's a great job.
That was an awkward pick move to second base. That's a balk. Caught in between the delivery and the pick move.
Oh man, I mean, little inside move at 2 outs, worrying about the base runner at second, and just like a pretzel, can't really get any momentum to second base. I'm not sure I've ever seen that one before. But hey, still 1 pitch away. That ball in the dirt now. A lot of swings and misses with these left-handed hitters.
And that's what speed does.
Yes, it does.
2-2. Ligon trying to make sure the count is indeed 2-2. And he says, I'll just go get you. And he's fired up, barking. Look at this. Link Jarrett is out at home plate. I think Jarrett is upset that the umpire said something to his third base coach, Ty McGahee, instead of Mississippi State.
You're exactly right. Early fireworks. Oh, we
No,
tossed
you
him.
can't do this.
Oh, that's
you
crazy.
can't do this, Joe Burleson.
That's crazy. Bananas.
We're not here for the ump show.
Terrible.
We saw the same crew eject Mike Glavine, the Northeastern head coach, in the 9th inning of the elimination game before this.
I think you said it best. This is not the show. This is a pretty rowdy environment and a big strikeout for Carson Ligon, and he's fired up, rightfully so. Dang right, buddy. That's a huge strikeout there, but he's bouncing off the mound, and he's looking in the dugout, and he's walking in and saying, hey, let's calm this down, let's get you to the dugout here.
And McGahee, the third base coach for Florida State, it looked like he was trying to be at least the peacemaker and make sure it didn't escalate. So that's the pitch, Ligon's reaction. He's fired up, and he should be. There's a place for that in this game at this stage. But you can't fault a coach for then trying to make sure it doesn't escalate more than that.
100%. I mean, I think the problem is
let's look here for McGahee, the third base coach. See if we get a shot of him. Because he's in this vicinity and is basically trying to make sure nothing else happens with Chase Williams, his runner on third.
Yeah, I mean, I think there were some, in lip reading, I think there were some choice words, and they were said at the batter about going back to the dugout, and I think the words were heard, and it might have been more so of a, hey, get to the dugout, let's calm that talk down. And I think McGahee was just expecting the umpires to get in the middle of that and shut that down from the beginning, and no umpires being involved there kind of pushes the coaches to be more so involved and thrust themselves into the situation to try to calm things down, and you end up with the head coach getting tossed.
And a coach does not want to be shown up in that moment like that with the calm down gesture.
And he told him no more. Let's see.
And he says, I told you. That's what he said, I told you. Back to baseball.
Here we go.
Lucas Buckner leading off here for Mississippi State. Honestly, I'm a fan of what we saw from both sides. I'm a fan of the emotion that we saw from Ligon coming off the mound. It's the postseason. Should be able to bulk a little bit. I'm a fan of Link Jarrett, standing up for his coaches, for his team.
Agree.
Buckner in second. Thoreau makes a play.
And a mature response right there from Mendez. Pretty delayed warm up for him in these innings. Able to get on the mound, get back to work.
So what's the dynamic like now for Florida State? The fact that Link Jarrett is not in the dugout.
Well, it's passed next to the next man in line, and I would imagine it's going to be Ty McGahee, the third base coach, and I'm sure there's a very detailed plan that Link writes down and he has ready in case this were to happen. But it's a different feeling when your head coach is gone from the dugout, and it kind of works twofolds. If the game gets out of control, you look for your leader to help steer you the correct way, and the flip side of it is you throw my manager out of the game. Now we're turning it up a couple notches, so it's gonna be a fun one.
Oh, there was no doubt with these Brown programs and what's on the line that it's not going to be anything but intense. Setting up outside, Gatlin Sanders will not chase the bait. In the dirt.
Yeah, it's a great take there, and it's the changeup last inning. Right-handed hitters that he's been able to locate and get the swing and miss. Doesn't throw changeups to left-handed hitters. It's that slider. Hasn't really been able to land it for any swings and miss today.
Sanders fighting. We'll stay at 2-2. Big wave.
Yeah, and if you can't find a breaking ball for the swing and miss, you go to the big-time fastball, 95 right at you. Wes Mendez, looking sharp.
Top of the lineup, Garrick Fry. Will he be first pitch swinging like he did to lead off the game with a blast to left? Oh. We'll say good eye, kid.
Yeah, good take, Dave.
1-0 delivery. Fry to third. A little hop from Fisher. And the stretch from Bailey. 3 up, 3 down. It's early, but it's bonkers here in Tallahassee. I just want everybody to have fun. Nah, forget that, man. Spot the Super Regionals on the line. Compete. Have some passion, have some energy. Well, we're seeing that here in Tallahassee. Mississippi State, a 1-0 lead over Florida State. And this fan base is worked up.
It's not something you get to see too often, right?
You got
in
a
the game of
Florida guy in the
baseball.
stands.
Yeah.
Did you see him?
No, I did not.
He was flashing the Florida logo on the polo. Of course, he had an overshirt covering it.
Well, that's a great distraction from what the fans are focused on right now, that's for sure.
Here's Jackson West leading off. Carson Ligon, 96. Man, this guy is amped up.
Yeah, he's locked in.
Another one at 96. But often it's 2-0. One hit allowed through 2. The double by Chase Williams. It was nearly gone.
And the fastball command has been fantastic today for Carson Ligon. Walks. Thing of concern last night, Carson Ligon in and out of the strike zone. Tonight, sharp.
Ligon to West. Count runs forward. Postseason baseball hits different.
It's the best. It is the best.
Right side, Hunter Hines handles it like a champ. One down. Top of the lineup now, and Gage Harrelson struck out his last time up.
And a really, really, really mature response by Carson Ligon. Fired up after that inning. It's just the second inning. You got a ton more baseball to go. How are you going to come back out here? The fans boo you when you enter the mound. Can you respond and get back in the strike zone and do your job? Yes, sir. Good start.
Are the crowds as crazy stadium to stadium in the ACC as they are in the SEC?
Man, I mean, that's a good question. I didn't play in a ton of SEC parks. I mean, I see them on TV, and I see the Arkansas and the Mississippi States, and the drinks going flying in the air. And LSU, one of the best venues in all of college baseball.
Harrelson aboard. In on the hands and just fights that through the gap on the left side.
And I can tell you it's definitely loaded, because as a home team, you love when your crowd's into it, and as an away team, you're fired up when the crowd's against you. Just a beautiful piece of hitting right here by Gage Harrelson. Third hit that he shot right in that 6-hole against Mississippi State. He's a professional hitter. He's getting better and better. They got their leadoff man on, and Alex Lodis, the guy that they're really looking to get this thing rocking up at the dish.
Still one hit for Alex Lodis. Walked his last time up. 404 on the season. Swing and a miss. Lodis hitting .415. Coming in to the NCAA tournament, leading all Power 4 conference hitters. His goal, do damage. Ultra aggressive approach.
And he just has looked like he's moving a tick late. And when Alex hit it at his best,
welcome to Dick Howser Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. We got the regional final between Mississippi State, the 3 seed in this region, and the number 9 national seed, Florida State. Lowell Galindo here with Devin Travis. ACC Player of the Year, Alex Lodis, up with the 1-2 count. It's the bottom of the third, with the Bulldogs leading 1-0 after a first pitch home run by Garrett Fry. It's been insanity since. Off the hands and fouled back.
We're just here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and there have been a lot of fireworks going on. Aggressive. Garrett Fry, back-to-back games. First pitch knocks this one, leadoff home run, and a strikeout last inning that I'm pretty sure you'll see soon.
Lodis, there it is, his 2nd hit of the regional. Noles have something brewing. So Mike Capozzi, pitching coach for Florida State, is going to be the man calling the shots because Link Jarrett was ejected moments ago after a wild scene involving Carson Ligon, the Bulldogs pitcher, former Miami Hurricane, turned Mississippi State Bulldog, who was talking junk to the Florida State dugout after a huge strikeout. It ended the 2nd. We'll show you the secrets in just a moment, but just know that Link Jarrett, unfortunately, is no longer in that Florida State dugout. Here's Max Williams. Williams with the chopper foul. Winner of this regional will match up with the winner of the Corvallis regional in the Supers.
They've done a nice job. Hard, soft against Max Williams yesterday. Fastball's up, 4 strikeouts. Trying to go back to it again. This just feels like the guy for Florida State. Link Jarrett says he's a fighter. He just wants to fight you at all times. This environment's pumped up. You can tell that they're looking for something to be fed.
Williams down waiting.
And Carson Ligon said, that changeup, it has been better than advertised. We mentioned 50% just north, 53% on the year, swing and miss coming into this ball game. He's getting close to double digits on the day. He's really got it going against these left-handed hitters, and he's going to need it for this guy right here.
Miles Bailey has been a force. ACC all-freshman team. Fouls that one off. 6 home runs in the last 5 games. A grand slam in the 4th inning last night against Mississippi State to make it 7-1. That was more than enough for the projected #1 pick in this summer's draft, Jamie Arnold. And he closed it out from there. Bulldogs will need to beat Florida State twice, tonight and tomorrow, to advance to the Supers. Florida State just needs a win here. We're seeing the evolution of this big bat freshman that will be a draft-eligible sophomore next season. The plate discipline, the adjustability, improving every day.
And you said it perfect. That 0-1 changeup right there is where that bat kind of can flip in your favor. It's just one pitch in the middle of an at-bat. Being able to lay off that pitch, you flip the count 1-1, you lay off a pitch up, now you're in a hitter's count.
and it's 3-1. What's he looking for here?
Yeah, Carson Ligon, big time fastball, and it's been his go-to pitch today, really from pitch one. But against these lefties, it's been the changeup. It looks to me like Miles is sitting on that changeup.
Instead, it's a walk. Miles Bailey walked for the 6th time of this Tallahassee Regional. This is game 3 for the Noles. A Tallahassee welcome for Justin Parker to the mound. Let's get you caught up on the way this game has gone. First pitch to Garrick Fry. Goodbye, leadoff home run.
Big time shot, setting the tone for this Mississippi State offense early.
Carson Ligon strikes out. James Hankerson barks at the Florida State dugout. Ty McGahee, the third base coach, tried to settle things down. Link Jarrett tried to stand up for his coach. He is tossed by home plate umpire Joe Burleson. Burleson was trying to tell him, calm down, calm down. But this situation, that can't happen. This is the same ump crew that ejected Mike Glavin, Northeastern's head coach, in the 9th inning of the elimination game before this with Northeastern and Mississippi State for something far less egregious than that.
No doubt, this is a big-time environment. You do not throw out managers unless it's something egregious, but big situation here again.
Cal Fisher, 1-0.
Boy, oh boy, when you look at that momentum meter, it's ticking back and forth right now. Carson Ligon able to work out of that jam. Last inning, down 1-0 here. Chance to get that momentum rolling even more.
Sneaks that one in there to make it 1-1. The Noles had 6 2-out RBI last night. Fisher with 1 hit in the regional, and he's down 1-2.
Carson Ligon's doing a really nice job the second time through this order. First time it was a ton of fastballs in the zone. Now it's almost fastballs out of the zone, setting them up for the breaking balls here. 1-2 count, going for a big strikeout. It's the changeup that today it's been the pitch.
It gets away from Powell. All runners will stay put.
Did a great job right there. Powell, like a cat, fastball that's yanked. Little things.
To left! Will it stay fair? No!
It's good baseball.
Absolutely.
3 off-speed pitches in a row. After a yanked fastball, Cal Fisher looks to be sold out on the off-speed, and he's going right on right, change up there. He thought he had it. Just a long strike.
Did he go? No. Full count. Up the middle, right to Gatlin Sanders. Mississippi State gets out of it.
Back-to-back jams. Carson Ligon works out of this one. What an at-bat by Fisher, but good defense, good alignment, in the right spot. And Carson Ligon, he loves it, and I don't blame you, baby. 1-0 lead, Dogs.
Welcome back to Tallahassee, where Justin Parker and his Mississippi State Bulldogs are feeling right at home. Coach, Carson Ligon, what are you seeing from him on the mound?
Well, he's competing. He's aggressive. You know, I wish he'd control a few more counts and get ahead a little bit, but he's got good secondary stuff. He's got obviously really good raw velo, and he's making pitches when he needs to so far.
Coach, after that inning all fired up, I know you did a nice job of calming him down. What do you say to a pitcher after something like that early in the game?
Well, I don't know if I calmed him down. I just directed it towards our dugout a little bit more. You know, these kids, obviously, you know, it's a huge game. They're passionate. They're out there in the arena competing. We're trying to get them to show that passion and energy towards our guys. And, you know, he got carried away. He got excited, made a couple big pitches. But he's a really good kid. I mean, it's not malicious by any means.
Absolutely not. Coach, you enjoying yourself?
Oh, having a blast.
Doing a fantastic job. We appreciate your time.
Thanks, guys.
Keep it rolling, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome to see the job that Justin Parker has done since taking over as interim head coach on April 28th. Shocking news with Chris Lemonis fired. National search for Mississippi State's next head coach, and basically up to Justin Parker to figure out what to do for the rest of this season. All they have done is responded and gone from a team that wasn't going to be in the NCAA tournament to a team that's looking like it can challenge and make a super.
Yeah, no doubt, and I think a big reason is from that interview right there. This environment has been bananas, and he's calm, cool, collected. Hey, man, keep our energy and our focus on our guys. You don't ever want to take a dog off a mound and try to slow him down. Kept them aggressive, refocused the team. He's done a great job.
Ace Reese down. This is what Mississippi State was dealing with. Preseason ranked number 18, 1-9 start to SEC play. That's the worst in program history. April 28th, that's when the change is made. Justin Parker put in charge of this program. 11-3 are his Bulldogs since he took over, and that is through the SEC stretch run, the SEC tournament, and now into this loaded Tallahassee regional. I mean, the first game, you got to come out and you got to play the hottest team in America, Northeastern. 27 straight wins, the longest active winning streak in America, and they pounded them, blew the doors off in that game, 11-2.
Yeah, this is a collective group that bought in, and it's an incredibly tough time to have your head coach fired. And it just speaks to the respect that all the players on this Mississippi State club have for head coach Justin Parker. It's a vicious bunch, man. It's a violent offense, power pitching. Ultra talented, really. At the beginning of this year, it was all a matter of putting things together, and then heads up, you put it together in the postseason somewhere where they love to play in Tallahassee for regionals, and watch out.
It's just a beautiful job of stacking the pitching staff for this regional, and that's what Justin Parker does. It's his guys on the mound as Sullivan puts this one into left field for his 5th hit here in Tallahassee.
It's arm after arm after arm. It felt like we were on repeat. Here comes another guy out of the pen that lives in the mid-90s, and that's what you see in the SEC. It's power arm after power arm after power arm, and he's done an incredible job having to juggle a lot of different things at one time, structuring the staff.
Really, Ben Davis set up all the success in terms of performance on the field. The job he did on the mound, shoving gas against Northeastern, a team that wasn't ready for that kind of heat, allowed them to push everybody back in the rotation and get a little more rest. So Pico Khan was pitching well until Florida State got to him in the 4th inning. Evan Sierri And that slow breaking curveball was electric here in the early game today, and it sets up this big arm of Carson Ligon to go to work here. Hines, double play ball, Lodis, Thoreau. That's how it's done. Beautiful.
Yep. Another pitcher's best friend, but get your scorebooks ready. You don't see this one often. How about a 6, 5, 3, double play.
Oh, it's Fisher with the turn. Out of the way, Mr. Third Base. The NCAA Baseball Regionals are presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Back here at Dick Howser Stadium, Old Galindo with Devin Travis. Regional final. Florida State will win away for moving on to the Supers. However, they trail 1-0 after Garrett Fry led off the game with a home run on the first pitch he saw. Drew Thoreau leading off here for Florida State. Power hitting, big-bodied second baseman. Ligon gets the strike call.
Tough one. Might have been a makeup call for the first pitch of this at bat.
Ligon is a guy that does have experience pitching on this stage, not just in Tallahassee, where he was a visitor 2 times with Miami, but in the NCAA tournament. His 3rd start on the bump in a tournament game.
Yeah, he's used to rowdy environments all throughout the SEC. I think it helps a bit too, playing at Miami. In-state rival for Florida State. He's pitched in the stadium. He's familiar.
Doesn't get that call. And it's a full count. Carson Ligon to Drew Thoreau. Ligon worked out of a bases-loaded jam, getting Cal Fisher to ground out, and he gets Thoreau swinging. Tallahassee Regional, where Florida State is the number 9 national seed. They need a win. They move on to the Super Regionals. Mississippi State needs to win too. Bulldogs faced elimination earlier and knocked out Northeastern, the number 2 seed in this region, and a team ranked number 19 coming into the tournament, the D1 baseball poll. This is a region that meets up with the Corvallis region. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Oregon State there. They are the national seed, opened up with the loss, so 1 more loss. And that means if Florida State can win this Tallahassee Regional, they will host a Super. But if it's chalk, and both Oregon State and Florida State win, that means the Noles will go all the way across the country to Corvallis. Oregon State is up 3-0 against St. Mary's in the 3rd inning. St. Mary's, the team that beat Oregon State to open up in Corvallis. Now for Mississippi State, it is a long shot that the Bulldogs can host as a number 3 regional seed. Barrels, second hit by Chase Williams.
Yeah, one of these lefties finally got to that changeup. Sorry, that's a slider, and it's just hanging and backing up over the heart of the plate. One of the first mistakes Carson Ligon has made all day, and the guy at first base has hit 2 of them. Big time speed over there.
Here's James Hankerson. Now, what would be interesting for Mississippi State is if they do win this Tallahassee Regional, TCU, which was the number 2 regional seed in Corvallis, is already eliminated. So if it's someone that's not Oregon State, as Williams will try to take second and does, that's where it will get a little interesting, because it will be a 3 seed or a 4 seed. If it's a 4 seed, for sure Mississippi State will be hosting in that scenario.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And great speed here. We talked about it with Chase Williams. Always getting good jumps. Yesterday against Mississippi State, stolen base on one pitch, and the very next pitch he took third. Mississippi State will have their eye on Chase Williams right now.
His third stolen base against the Bulldogs. Chopped by Hankerson. The charge from Gardner. Close play. Got him. Not bad for a freshman stepping in after Sawyer Reeves, the guy that solidified the infield defense for Mississippi State, came up with some back tightness a couple days ago.
This is just a great job by Buckner out at shortstop. See the big chopper? I have to go. You got to do everything perfect in a situation like that on that play to get the out there. He did. Good for that freshman. Once again, another jam. This is 3 innings in a row. Ligon had 84 pitches here in the 4th inning. Something to keep an eye on for Ligon. Season high, 5 innings pitched this year. 93 pitches is his max.
And once again, Chase Williams is on third base with 2 outs. He was left there in the 2nd inning when we had the mayhem with the Hankerson strikeout, Ligon showing emotion, and the Link Jarrett ejection. If the ball gets away from Powell, Williams will be bearing down on home plate in a blink of an eye.
And you know it, in the third baseman as well. He's playing in that shift way off the base. So Chase Williams, he can get way down that line.
West thought about it, did not go, and it's 2-0. 86 pitches for Carson Ligon. Almost hit Jackson West. 3-0. Leadoff hitter on deck, Gage Harrelson. Two-out walk. West is on. Leadoff man comes up. It's Gage Harrelson. First and third situation, Joe Powell relaying the play from the dugout to his infield.
Jackson West over at first base, not a guy. Steals many bases, not a ton of speed.
Outside, did a transfer from Texas Tech, who's got tremendous speed.
Yes, he does, and he's done a nice job staying inside the baseball, driving the ball to left field. 90th pitch on the way here for Ligon.
And that's out. But this is what Ligon has done. Gotten himself into trouble, a flair for the dramatic, getting himself out. Can he do it again? 3-0.
Season high, 93 pitches on the season, 92 on the way.
Lodis on deck. Is this a take all the way?
Take all the way. 7 balls in a row.
Bases loaded, 2 outs for the 2nd straight inning. This time, it's the ACC Player of the Year, Alex Lodis. The NCAA tournament provides great theater.
If there ever was a moment, now for Alex.
And here it comes, Justin Parker sensing the moment. And will this be it for Ligon?
Think about it, that's a lot of pitches. That's 23 pitches an inning. Sitting here in the 4th inning, Ligon has looked phenomenal, but he's had to work out of jams in the 2nd, in the 3rd, and now in the 4th.
He's facing a guy, though, that's got magic at that bat, and Alex Lodis. The guy that was wearing the Florida polo underneath his overshirt may not want to watch this.
No, sir.
Lodis hits for the cycle against the Florida Gators earlier this season and completes the cycle with the walk-off grand slam. Believed to be the only person in baseball history to ever complete a cycle with the walk-off grand slam.
Pretty unbelievable feat. Noles need him now. 9 balls in a row.
And that will quiet this crowd for just a moment. Lodis with the chase. That's the major flaw in his approach and swing.
Yes, it is, and that's a big, big pitch. You talk about pitches in an at-bat that can flip things in a hurry. 1-2 count, 1 pitch away.
Ligon is the silencer. Getting out of bases loaded jams in back-to-back innings. And a new look at glove care by Carson Ligon.
It's just nasty. Yeah, I mean, he has been filthy today. 2 strikes. Anytime he's needed to make a pitch, he's made it. 3 innings in a row. Carson Ligon silences Tallahassee. 6 guys.
A night ago, Jamie Arnold, Kylie McDaniel's projected #1 pick in the draft, was absolutely dealing. 13 strikeouts in what could be the final outing of his career here in Tallahassee.
Yeah, Florida State, they needed their ace to show up in a big moment, and he did. And he's done it all year long, all throughout his career. One of the best pitchers to ever wear a Florida State uniform in the biggest moment. Must-win game for this Florida State team, it felt like, and he delivered.
And with his vaunted pitching staff, where you have top-tier arms from Jamie Arnold, Joey Vellini, Wes Mendez, through 4 innings, has actually been the best of that lefty trio.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. And the difference in this ball game is just the first pitch of the game.
Look at that slider. That's why it is considered one of, if not the best pitch in college baseball. Mendez back to work. First pitch swinging. Chance to right field. Harrelson, long run, helps to have 3 center fielders in that outfield.
Yep, perfectly said. When you think about this inning here, long inning, Mississippi State was out on their feet. A quick out here and a quick inning gives Florida State a way to get back to some momentum. And how about Wes Mendez, sitting at 40 pitches, now into the 5th inning.
Efficient outing. Just wants that first pitch back. He wants the mulligan. Garrett Fry is not going to give it back. Led off for the home run the first pitch he saw. Here's Joe Powell, struck out his first trip up. Been fun watching him behind the dish. Tough dude. He's been clutch. Transfer from Cincinnati. Happy to have him in Starkville. Two-1. And it's 2-2.
Mendez is sharp.
Arnold, Vellini, Mendez, all lefties from Tampa Jesuit High School. I hope that high school team never lost again.
I doubt they did. It's the first time right there we saw that big curveball. It's been fastball, changeup, slider today. Every so often he'll mix in that big curveball.
Full count delivery from Wes Mendez. To left field, this one has some juice. Powell has left the yard. Scoreboard shot for the Firemen. It is the most prolific home run hitting team in Mississippi State history. Home run 103, extending the single season record for these Bulldogs.
Yeah, and more against left-handed pitching. That's a good pitch. That's on the outer edge. You see Jackson West behind home plate going down to get that ball. Ton of credit. Joe Powell, man. Big moments. Catching second time today. Driving a tough pitch out to left field. 9th home run of the year.
Hung him up in Cincinnati. Was going to go to school to be a firefighter. Mississippi State called him up, said, "You sure you just don't want to get behind the plate, hit some nukes?" He said, "Yeah, that sounds a little bit better." Made the move to Starkville. It's worked out for both parties.
Playing his best baseball at the right time. It's awesome.
Here's Ross Highfield. And it's 1-2. Think that's a strike there, Devin?
That's a tough one.
Here's Fisher from third. Come on, big fella. Hold on. What? Come on. Like, did he just do that? How big is he? Come on.
6'5", 257 pounds, and a nice play. Cal Fisher can play some defense, man. That's fantastic right there. Shortstop, third baseman, communication, something you work on a ton. Any ball that the third baseman can cut off, he will. Cal Fisher can really glove it up.
And third basemen aren't supposed to move like that.
Nah, yeah, natural shortstop.
First pitch swinging for Rowe. And it's Joe Powell getting the catcher's gear on. He's made his job a little easier for his pitching staff because of this.
More blasts for the Dogs.
Justin, thank you so much for that update. Devin, your reaction, seeing that career come to a close.
What a career. Legend, top 10 all-time winningest head coaches. Really did a fantastic job in Atlanta. Georgia Tech, they've always hit. Thought this would be the year. They put it all together. That pitching staff really made a huge jump forward. But I can't say enough about the job Danny Hall has done. This game will miss him. Baseball is better because of him.
It's a 2-0 lead for Mississippi State here, the number 3 seed in this Tallahassee regional. Florida State, the 1 seed, and the number 9 national seed. Max Williams looking at this one at 3-0, and it's now 3-1. Late shift as Ace Reese now cuts across the diamond to play shallow right field. And that is a leadoff walk, which is why the pitch count is running up to triple digits for Carson Ligon.
Yeah, 3-0 breaking ball, 3-1 breaking ball. I think that's a big sign that Carson Ligon is about out of gas. You see right there, 101 pitches, 54 strikes, 47 balls.
That's probably it. Ligon, career high 101 pitches. Has not been pretty, but the dude has had a flair for the dramatic. 3 straight innings, it's really been mayhem. Second inning, runner on third, strikes out James Hankerson, leads to Link Jarrett getting tossed. And then the third and fourth inning, back-to-back, bases loaded, 2 outs, and gets out of those jams with a ground out and a strikeout. They love him here in Tallahassee.
He was fantastic today, man. Worked out a big jam after big jam. Here we are, bottom of the 5th.
While they munch on Popeye's Crunch, Dante dreams away, missing out on all these new Louisiana flavor-rated wraps. Don't be like Dante.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Jeff, you good?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Listen up. Jeff has a sore back, and it's the Rec League semifinal. Let's get our man back in the game. We got the ice, and we got the hot. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy Hot, you're so back.
Hidden Valley Ranch is made with real ingredients for real ranch flavor that's impossible to put into words. But that's pretty close. Indescribably delicious Hidden Valley Ranch.
The Women's College World Series heats up in OKC as softball's elite compete for their ticket to the championship series. The Women's College World Series continues through June 6th on the networks of ESPN.
Carson Ligon is what happens when you have like 5 Monster energy drinks and then take them out in a regional final game.
Yeah, and he has power stuff, and you saw the electric fastball. The command got him into trouble at times, but the bottom line is when the game was on the line and they needed him to work out of a jam, he did it. 7 strikeouts today, fantastic job.
Luke Dodson gets the call. Sophomore lefty from Marietta, Georgia. 1 earned run allowed in his last 5 appearances.
And it's big time stuff. Ton of fastballs, 91 to 94 in a ton of ride. Swing and misses, over 30%. And right out the gate, you got Florida State's hottest hitter, Miles Bailey.
Lefty on lefty. Humming it, 93 with strike 1.
Live arm.
Bailey has struck out and walked.
Left-handed hitters hitting .080 this year against him.
And say what you will about Carson Ligon, but his energy and his passion has altered the course of this game.
Yes, it has.
It eventually led to the ejection of Link Jarrett, Florida State's head coach. And to credit his teammates, they have responded outstanding. They have not let emotions get the best of them from that moment.
Yeah, it's a mature club. Fantastic job. Head coach Justin Parker reeling his fellas back in. Play happens between the lines.
Oh, Miles Bailey wanted to hit that 900 feet.
Good on good challenge. Miles Bailey better against left-handed pitching. Dotson dominates left-handed hitting.
Got him. Delayed strike 3 call. But Luke Dodson strikes out the big young bat of Miles Bailey.
Yeah, and some angle cut on that ball right there. You see that ball just cutting away. Well-located fastball right there, and you're right, a little bit of a delayed call. Dotson gets it.
Tough spot right there.
Man.
I mean, what can you do with that pitch?
Dotted.
Cal Fisher, his opportunity. Couple of ground outs for him. .304 on the season. And a sophomore from Wisconsin. Big time recruit when he arrived here in Tallahassee. Off the hands. They're saying the ball. That was foul. I thought we almost had a moment like we did with Bethune-Cookman the other day.
Yeah, no kidding. But you see that angle cut from Dotson right there. Wonder why he gets so much swing and miss, so much weak contact. That's a left-handed fastball that's coming out from near second base, and it's just humming in underneath these righties' hands. Got to catch it out front.
So against Northeastern, in an elimination game, Bethune-Cookman got a batter up in a crucial situation, thought he had fouled the ball off his foot. It was not ruled a foul, so the ball was in play. Runner was thrown out coming from third to home, and then the catcher just picked up the ball and tagged out the batter. That was a double play that altered the course of that game.
And we found out that can't be reviewed.
Up top.
Cal Fisher having some really good at-bats today. Great battle. First Ligon, last at-bat, drawing the count to 3-2. Just 1 for 10 in this regional with the lone double.
Ripped. This will drop. Nothing new. Florida State is threatening. Now can they capitalize?
And that's a great approach against a pitcher like this. Angle cut, you want to push that ball out over the plate to avoid that ball being able to run in on your hands. He does that up and away. Short swing, 2 strikes. Cal Fisher, second hit of the regional.
Here's Drew Farrell. Had 2 home runs last night against Mississippi State. One off the scissor lift in center field. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Challenge right at him, big fastball.
First team All-ACC selection, D1 baseball, ranked him the 11th best second baseman at the end of the regular season. Too high.
And the guy that's better against left-handed pitching, OPS north of 1100.
Down low, Powell keeps it in front. Joe Powell has been nothing short of awesome.
He has been nails behind the plate.
Farrell to the right side. Highfield gives it a look, but that's souvenir territory. Packed house here at Dick Howser Stadium. Mississippi State fans have traveled well.
Always do.
But the Garnet and Gold holding it down here in Tallahassee. Chin music.
That pitch serves a purpose, moves his feet.
Where does this one come back to?
You got to push him out over the plate big time. Facing an angle cut like that, he misses up at your head. Got to reset, refocus, push him up and out over.
Back to us.
FSU plenty of opportunities today. 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position.
Huge opportunities in the last 3 innings. Runner on third and the second, bases loaded in the third and fourth. Nothing to show for. Farrell is down swinging.
Yeah, it's big time by Dotson right there. Got to make a pitch. I trust my fastball. Ton of life. Pops out of his hand. Looks so good. No chance. Not up there.
Now it comes down to the electric Chase Williams, who nearly got Florida State on the board with his second home run as a Seminole. Went off the top of the chain link fence, out in right center. Swinging a hot bat. Did not go.
Florida State 9 strikeouts today. Last night against Mississippi State, 14 strikeouts. This is an offense. A lot of free swingers, a lot of chase. Today you've seen that on display. 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position.
That's in there for a strike. Beautiful pitch by Dotson.
Nasty.
Williams was not expecting that.
Not seeing many breaking balls today. It's been mostly fastballs from Dotson. That's what he's done all year. In a big moment, he drops a good one in.
Nope. Ten Seminoles stranded on base. Luke Dotson gets out of it.
How about Dotson? In the ball game after a leadoff walk. 4 batters faced. 3 of them retired via that strikeout. It's big time fastball, Dogs, 2-0.
Jeff, you good?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Listen up. Jeff has a sore back, and it's the Rec League semifinal. Let's get our man back in the game. We got the ice, and we got the hot. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy Hot, you're so back.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
The Women's College World Series heats up in OKC as softball's elite compete for their ticket to the championship series. The Women's College World Series continues through June 6th on the networks of ESPN.
Tune in to ACC PM, weekdays at 4 Eastern, right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app. With Devin Travis, I'm Lowell Galindo. Welcome to Mike Martin Field at Dick Howser Stadium, regional final here in Tallahassee. Florida State, the number 9 national seed, needs a win to move on to the Supers. Mississippi State needs to beat the Noles twice. Gatlin Sanders leading off. It has not been a good tournament to be a national seed. Number 1 Vanderbilt eliminated earlier today by Wright State. 7th seed Georgia, 11th seed Clemson, 12th seed Oregon, all done. Clemson and Georgia Tech out of the ACC, and for the SEC, Bama, Florida, Georgia. And we mentioned the number 1 national seed Vandy. Laser to right by Gatlin Sanders. And Sanders with his 4th hit of this Tallahassee Regional, getting production from the bottom of the lineup.
Key rolling over to the top of this order. Garrick Fry delivered the big blow early in this ball game. First pitch, home run. Gatlin Sanders, it's a fun little guy to watch play. Short swing, doesn't try to do too much, not a ton of extra base hits, but he does a nice job rolling the lineup, overseeing a lot of pitches down at the bottom of this lineup.
Garrick Fry, locked in. Funny what a little momentum can do for you. A 3-hit performance against Northeastern in the elimination game. He stands in, and first pitch he sees blasted to left. 1-0 Mississippi State.
Yeah, and a switch hitter that got all 3 hits last game from the left side. Created some momentum, confidence from the right.
And for a strike.
Talked early on about Mendez being able to land his secondary pitches for strikes. He has been able to do so today.
You ever mess around with switch hitting?
Very young, very young. And I'll tell you what, when facing guys like Darren O'Day, I wish I would have stuck with it because any side armor stood no chance in the world. How about you?
I don't think anything I did would really be considered hitting, whether I did it from the left side or the right. Seems like it is becoming more of a lost art.
Definitely.
It's interesting, I've seen some programs handle it like 2 completely different hitters. So if you're a switch hitter, you'll hit once in pregame BP as a lefty and then get a hitting group later in the BP session from the right side. I don't know if everybody does that.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that one. I feel like they normally kind of dice it up. 2 rounds lefty, 2 rounds righty.
(3-1) here to Garrick Fry. Now 3-2. Florida State trying to march on without head coach Link Jarrett, who was ejected early in this game, standing up for his guys. As Fry is down swinging.
That's a great job right there. Wes Mendez felt like a threat coming on right there for Mississippi State, down 3-1, back-to-back fastballs, glove side, dotted on the inner half. Big strikeout. He's looked sharp tonight. He's got good stuff. 5 1/3, just 5 hits. Both runs scored, solo blast.
Ace Reese now has 2 hits in the regional. Transfer from Houston. SEC Newcomer of the Year. Strike 1 from Wes Mendez. The old single-digit lefty. In the dirt, West bodies it up.
Yeah, that's why he's back there. Hunter Carnes, the freshman catcher, big-time prospect. Those highly touted players to reach campus here. The other catcher that they bounce back in there is more the offensive threat, Jackson.
We talked about Modise hitting 400 on the season. Ace Reese hit better than 400 in SEC play.
That's so impressive. The guys that are better in conference than the regular season overall. And it just speaks to when the competition is heightened. That's when they rise.
That's the ACC Defensive Player of the Year over at shortstop, Alex Lodis. Potential first-round pick. 1-2. Reese chops it foul. There's Mike Capozzi, the pitching coach for the Noles, calling the shots now with Link Jarrett being ejected after a lengthy conversation at home plate. Reese down on strikes for the second straight trip.
That's just filthy. Think about this Florida State rotation. Arnold yesterday, now Wes Mendez dotting a slider on the outer half of the plate, and that's A great hitter at the plate, Nace Reese. He's able to fold right there. 6 strikeouts on the day for Wes Mendez.
Jamie, don't yawn, man. We can't take a yawn right now. Like, we got a lot of baseball to play. That guy was awesome yesterday. That slider, devastating stuff. Noah Sullivan. Plus mustache. And if you scan the crowd, you'll see people of all ages rocking mustaches, including in the dugout there. Good spot, Devin. Some natural, some artificial, it doesn't matter.
That's right. Plus mustache, plus regional. He's been hot, man.
I wonder if he gets a chance on the bump if we go to a 7th game tomorrow. And if Mississippi State can win this. He is a fantastic midweek pitcher for Mississippi State. Semi-finalist for the John Olerud Award, former Washington State great. He was a pitcher and fantastic hitter. Check out the stashes. Big stash.
They're everywhere.
Ah, look at that. Going with a Band-Aid. Anything counts. Just as long as he didn't find it on the ground.
How about that 3-0 slider for Mr. Mustache? Respect.
That's probably the best stash right there. Look at that.
That's a good one.
Wearing it like a pro. Full count. Sullivan pounds his chest, looks to his dugout, says, I got you. It's him against this crowd and Wes Mendez. Smoked.
Really working hard to get under the hands of Sullivan. Short swing. Go back in there now. It's got to be hard.
Sullivan reaches out. Farrow calling everybody off. Harrelson then comes in and says, got it. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Knowles trying to wake up the bats.
Jeff, you good?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Listen up. Jeff has a sore back, and it's the Rec League semifinal. Let's get our man back in the game. We got the ice, and we got the hot. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy Hot, you're so back.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Ooh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
We can't get enough of the WNBA. A fresh draft class has arrived.
Dallas Wings select Paige Beckers.
Teams stacked with new talent.
Jewel's a complete dog.
And the Valkyries take flight in the Bay.
Ridiculous!
We've got more stars and more heat than ever. The WNBA on ESPN. We can't get enough.
Welcome everyone to Omaha, Nebraska, home of the College World Series.
'Cause here I come, I wear it all on my sleeve, so everything you see shows you where I'm from.
Bolts back and makes the catch! Somehow hung on! Back-to-back jacks!
More, can you believe
it? College World Series coming at you June 13th from Omaha, but it will not include the #1 national seed, Vanderbilt Commodores. The Georgia Bulldogs, one of the hottest teams in college baseball throughout the course of the season. So SEC going down, the ACC losing 11 seed Clemson, and Oregon, the 12 seed, also eliminated. SEC trying to make it 6 straight national champs. ACC trying to come up with the champ, and it looks like North Carolina, Florida State, probably the best candidates to do that. Pinch hitter now for Florida State, as Brady Delamelier steps in.
Yeah, playing a little matchup game here. Hankerson, the lefty. Pop Delamelier in here. A lot of success against left-hand pitching.
And this is an opportunity for Lucas Gardner, and he capitalizes.
And a great response right there, real quick. Bounces a 55-foot breaking ball, comes right back at him. Fastball down the chute.
5-1 lead for Oregon State over St. Mary's. In the bottom of the 5th, Oregon State with a loss is eliminated. And that would set up really either of these teams to host a super regional. And when we talk about teams that can make a run, this tournament's typically about who gets hot at the right time.
Better believe it.
Why not a team like Mississippi State?
No doubt, no doubt. Imagine them being able to host super
as a 3 seed.
That crowd, boy.
And it's a possibility if Oregon State loses, because the 2 seed in that region, TCU, has already been eliminated. So that if Oregon State would lose, that would make it automatic for Florida State that they would host a super. If they lose and Mississippi State wins, it would depend on who wins that Corvallis region. Jackson West looking at a string.
Yeah, it gets wild this time of year, and throughout all the regular season stats, none of it matter. National seed, regional host, teams come in there hungry. Beat you if you let your guard down.
Florida State getting something going. What a beautiful piece of 2-strike hitting by Jackson West. Booking it to second. He's in. This place is electric. Devin hitting 101 from Jackson West.
That is unbelievable. The pitch before, maybe a tick off the plate, but the umpire told you where his strike zone is. Just get the barrel to the baseball. He does that left on left. So impressive. And you think about the base running there, I got to get to second base in scoring position. If he touches that first base bag before the left fielder fields it, he takes off. Great job.
Harrelson, the leadoff man, confidently steps in. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Showing bunt, pulling it back. Straight up bump for hit.
Yep. And a guy that's better against left-handed pitching. Another one of them, him. Max Williams. Jackson West. Dotson continuing to attack these hitters. 0 for 7 runners in scoring position today. 10 men left on base for Florida State. And in the 6th inning, middle parts of the ball game.
Kuchak and Harrelson down on strikes. Dawson is just delivering.
It's a big fastball and a ton of life on it, ton of ride. Left on left here, looks so good out of the hand. Top of the zone, exactly what your eyes like to see. But up there, 92, 93 with that kind of life, hard to get to.
Florida State offense, 11 strikeouts, 10 left on base. Alex Lodis can tie it up with 1 swing here. That may be what this conversation is about as Joe Powell talks to Luke Dodson.
Yeah, definitely. Got an open base. Lefty on deck, and Max Williams mentioned he's better against left-handed pitching. This is Alex Lodis, a guy hasn't really got that big hit, had that big moment throughout this regional. He's due.
Legitimately has not found a barrel for a base hit. He does have 2 hits, but none off barrels. Ball 1. If you're Dotson, where are you trying to work against Lodis?
You got to go in underneath the hands, trying to get him to be overly aggressive. He's a free swinger. Up, out of the zone, trying to get swings and misses. Nothing over the heart.
That hurts. Says, I'm good. NCC Player of the Year, Alex Lodis. And that's that free swinging nature. It's 1-2.
Yeah, it looks to be starting late all regional. You start late, then something has to speed up. It affects your decision, affects your eyes. He's best when he's moving slow and early. Feels like he has all the time in the world to make a decision. Dotson, locked in.
Oh no! Scary moment for Alex Lodis, and this is what it sounded like.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Trying to go in with 2 strikes there. Up underneath the hand, just got away from him. And a big opportunity for Max Williams here.
The angry hitter looking for a fight with every pitch. Fouls it off.
6 strikeouts in 2 games against Mississippi State. They've attacked him a lot above the zone with heaters. Below the zone late with off speed.
Williams is a top 100 draft prospect. Second team ACC selection. Fooled on that pitch. And Williams obviously does not like the call, and this is a great timeout here from Ty McGahee for a multitude of reasons. Doesn't want his batter chirping at the umpire about the call, and also trying to get him to collect himself before a huge pitch.
Yes, exactly what was said right there, no doubt. Stay in the at-bat. You got the big one left. Big runners out on the bases.
Luke Dotson looking for a career-high 5th strikeout. Too short. Gardner, tough play on the run, makes it! That young man has stepped up on the biggest stage. No Sawyer Reeves, no problem for the freshman Lucas Gardner. The postseason is about making heroes.
Yep. Step in the game, you gotta have good defense. When you fill in for the everyday shortstop, he's got it. Great play.
Where are all the animals, Dad?
Don't know, kiddo. Just not our day.
It's a rare thing when someone you've been with for so long finds a way to surprise you. It's like discovering E-Trade's easy-to-use platform now comes with expert insights from Morgan Stanley to help you navigate the markets.
Mom can speak walrus?
In your neighborhood, there's a place so good. It's so nice to be part of store learn from me.
All natural chicken hindquarters are just 99 cents a pound. Deli shaved ham is only $4.98 a pound. Capri Sun or Kool-Aid jammers are just $2.48. Sara Lee buttered bread is 2 for only $5.
Welcome to Fairway, your Fairway family.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Ooh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
We can't get enough of the WNBA.
Dallas Wings select Paige Beckers.
With more stars and more heat than ever.
Ridiculous!
The WNBA on ESPN.
ESPN is the home for the NCAA College Baseball Regionals. For around-the-clock multi-game coverage, scan the QR code below. ESPN Plus subscribers can access expanded coverage with Squeeze Play. Let me clean something up for my man, Lucas Buckner over there at shortstop. I called him Lucas Gardner. That's my bad. That dude has balled out, making the most of his moment. Got to get that right. So Lucas Buckner, heck of a job in filling in for Sawyer Reeves. Man, stepping up, not being phased at all in this regional final. Impressive.
It's the toughest play for a shortstop right there, the one he just made.
Hunter Hines leading off from Mississippi State. Wes Mendez still out there dealing for Florida State. Once again, Manoah showing the shift to the powerful lefty. More home runs than anybody in the storied history of Bulldogs baseball. On the team that's hit more home runs than any Mississippi State team. 3-0 to Hines leading off the top of the seventh. Must win for the Bulldogs. An elimination game for them. The Mississippi State win will set up a Game 7 tomorrow with the winner advancing to the Super Regionals. Low in the zone. Out of the zone. Hines to first.
And a great take right there by Hunter Hines. 3-1 count. You know he is ready to fire. Lays out the pitch down in the zone.
Jackson West out to talk to Wes Mendez. Still only 77 pitches. That's going to bring out Mike Capozzi, pitching coach and acting head coach with Luke Jarrett. Ejected in the second inning. Mason Martinez is up, along with Peyton Monca.
And Mason, big arm. Monca, a guy made midweek starts. Used them selectively for left-on-left matchups throughout this season. But Wes Mendez sitting at just 77 pitches here in the seventh inning. He's been fantastic today. He really has commanded all of his pitches. Back-to-back innings for Mississippi State where they've had the leadoff man reach base.
Link Jarrett was ejected in the second inning after this moment, where Carson Ligon was animated coming off the mound after a huge strikeout. Third base coach Ty McGahee really tried to step in and make sure everything simmered down as this bunt is laid down. Fisher to second. What a play by the big third baseman. He has been electric, showing the range, showing the pivot move over at second base. What can he not do?
Yep. He just has the look of the kind of players that you want on your team. Guy on first base here, this is a sack drag. Always dangerous to bunt the ball to third base. For the guy on first base, the third baseman, he's crashing all the way. You bunt it to the first base side. The first baseman's holding the base runner on. It causes that delay. Bunted too hard, heads up play at third base by Cal Fisher.
Back to Link Jarrett. Looked like he took exception to the ump crew saying something to his assistant coach, Ty McGahee. He stepped in, had an animated conversation. Didn't look like anything crossed the line, but home plate umpire Joe Burleson did tell him to calm down multiple times. He obviously did not. He was heated in the moment, understandably. And that was enough to lead to the ejection. So Micah Posey taking over. And Florida State looking for offense. The pitching has been there. And you just wonder what that transition is like, because Link Jarrett runs so much of this Florida State offense.
Yeah, he sure does. And he's incredibly detailed. He's the leader of this club, but you know he does his homework with his assistant coaches. Yep. He includes everybody in on the game plan, how they're going to attack things. Micah Posey, he's the guy that really runs the pitching side of things. Does a nice job of providing that autonomy to the separate coaches. They do miss their guy.
Mendez has been outstanding. Well, Mississippi State has done enough. 2 solo home runs, one by this man, Joe Powell, the other from the leadoff, Garrett Fry. That's the difference in this game. How about the friend there from Jackson West? Help the pitcher out, why don't you?
Yeah, he sure did help him out right there. That's borderline. But that's why these catchers work on it. You want to work underneath the baseball and pull that ball in one motion back into the zone. Great pitch, great job behind the plate by Jackson.
Here's Ross Highfield. 0 for 2 tonight. 2 for 10 in this Tallahassee Regional. Where Mississippi State is settling in. Showing bunt. And got a piece. Foul. Really the only time that Mississippi State hasn't looked comfortable is facing Jamie Arnold.
Yeah.
And even then, they hit 2 home runs against the guy.
Yeah, scored 3 runs against Jamie Arnold. That's a good day. When you think about the pressure that can mount on Florida State, Mississippi State's able to close this game out. All the pressure on the Noles here in Tallahassee in front of their home crowd. Come on.
That bounces Jackson West. Fantastic job.
He's been nails.
So Mendez and the pitch count so important in this situation. Because for Florida State, the big issue has been the bullpen. They have been fantastic so far through 2 games. And down, swinging, Wes Mendez. His turn to be fired up, shouting at Mississippi State. And Sullivan comes out and makes sure that Highfield goes back to the dugout. That's a heck of a play there by Noah Sullivan.
Man, a nasty strikeout right there. Back foot slider. Gold needed to land those secondary pitches today. He did it. Mendez fired up.
Your brain with Allegra versus some allergy medications during rush hour. Some allergy medications can make you drowsy. But Allegra is different. Traffic jam? We got this.
Woo! We're nailing it.
Yeah, Come on. Like a boss. Right on time.
Allegra is fast 24-hour allergy relief with 0% brain interference, so you can use it even when you're driving. It's a no-brainer.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
Let's go! The Rob Dwalish-Willie, the Sugar Show! Juliana Pena!
How are you going to beat me, Kayla?
Kayla Harrison!
I will be champion.
It got hot early here between Mississippi State and Florida State. I don't know if it's heating up even more, but it certainly isn't cooling off. This is what happened moments ago with a strikeout from Wes Mendez to Ross Highfill. Mendez comes off. He's barking like Ligon was barking in the second inning. Highfill starts to walk back towards Mendez. But Noah Sullivan does a great job coming out of the dugout and just saying, hey, man, we got a lot of baseball to play.
Yeah, it's well done, and you want to know why this club is rallying behind their head coach and why we're seeing a ton of success? It's leaders like that,
Look at this dude
with that mustache, that walk out and say, hey, man, we got a 2-0 ball game. Game happens between the lines. Collect yourself, let's go.
And that's what you need in a moment like this. You need the dude that's going to ham it up in the camera with the stash after both teams basically wanted to fight each other.
Right. Fantastic.
Miles Bailey. And it's 1-1. Big time freshman. I've not seen him unleash it tonight. 2 home runs in this regional. Grand slam last night against Mississippi State. 2 strikeouts and a walk here so far.
A lot of off-speed early tonight, attacking him late, hard, both strikeouts on fastballs.
2-1.
Bailey having a huge regional. 3 for 7, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, so 6 walks. Big key for freshmen. Right on it, 2-1, challenge, fastball, right down the chute. You got a 2-0 ball game. Love that.
Two from Luke Dotson to the freshman Miles Bailey. Drilled left center. This thing is carrying. Dropped by Bryce Chance. Bailey in the second. The fact that Bryce Chance could even make a play on that baseball is unreal.
You are not kidding. That ball was driven deep into the left center field gap. And really, he had a beat on it. What a jump. Hanging breaking ball with 2 strikes. Dream for Miles Bailey. Shoots it to the left center field gap, staying inside of it, and you see Chance right here, closing the distance. Great route. Just couldn't corral it, secure the baseball. What an effort, though. Miles Bailey getting the nose going here in the 7th.
So Bailey with another extra base nut. And his first hit of this regional final with Cal Fisher. Fisher! Feeling it! Tied up in tally!
always has the look, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. The job that he has done defensively, now following up with that. Curtain call is coming up for that man. Ferreau will try to add.
Big time backside. Out over the plate. Dotson throwing the ball fantastic. That crossfire action, you got to push him up and out over. Fisher got it and didn't miss.
Ferreau swinging through it. 2007. The last regional win for Florida State when trailing through 6 innings. And there is the curtain call for Cal Fisher. Seven home runs for Florida State in this Tallahassee regional. This man has 2 of them.
13 of their 18 total runs. Be that home run.
Not a competitive swing. Drew Ferreau 1 down. And Cal Fisher unloading on this.
Big time players and big time moments, man. This is where you have to get lefty crossfire action. And how about this short swing? Up and away. With that kind of action on that fastball, you have to work above the baseball. You got to be short, you got to be compact, you got to be thinking down on the baseball. He does. Backspun. Big boys go oppo.
And somewhere in this stadium, Link Jarrett was smiling, at least for that moment.
You know it. You know it.
Maybe a backflip in there as well.
That's an impressive swing right there in a big moment.
Look at the wink from a guy in Cal Fisher that is locked in. Chase Williams has been locked in as well. Oh no, slipping off the mound is Luke Dotson. Hope he's okay after losing his footing.
Something you never want to see there. I'm gonna go check on him.
Yeah, I mean, guys get hurt with that.
Oh yeah, man. Knee. Says he's all right. That's great.
Looks like Dotson is good to go. Chase Williams getting back in there. 2 hits for Williams and a stolen base. And a timeout. And they're warning him about the pitch clock, I believe. And this is something that we heard from Justin Parker actually in break before talking to him live, that there has been issues with the pitch clock all day.
Yeah. And it's definitely something Northeastern and head coach Mike Glavin, they were yapping about as well. The pitch clock has just been a bit erratic. Another dangerous situation there too. Pitcher starts his windup, he just slipped down the mound, and right as he's starting, call timeout.
So the pitch clock is on the left side of the press box from your view, so the left of the mic in Mike Martin Field. Also one on the scoreboard. That's one that the umpire crew picks up. Below the 8:22 time. This is bringing the action to a halt. Luke Dotson wants to throw some warm-up pitches, and understandably so. So now an explanation to Ty McGahee, third base coach.
No
exactly
idea.
sure, yeah.
It's crazy. Play some ball.
So we've got the home plate umpire mic'd up for reviews in the regionals. This is where you would love an explanation as well. What are you looking at? What's the conversation here? Now Michael Posey comes out. And we are just as confused as you are and everybody else.
Refresher of the count
All
here.
right,
They're
so
saying,
now it, yep.
Saying 1-2.
Yep.
So they called a violation on
Williams.
Chase Williams for not being in the box before 3 seconds is what I believe the rule is, with your eyes up looking at the pitcher. I've never seen that called after a discussion, but here we are.
Well, that changes everything in this at-bat from 1-1 to 1-2. Advantage Dotson. And he dots that one. Bayou.
And a great response right there from Dotson. Florida State fans not happy. Doesn't matter. It's a great pitch right there. Season high. 2 innings pitch coming in to this game. Now 2.2 innings pitch. Sitting at 53 pitches. Prior was 42 pitches. So this is the longest he's been extended all season long.
Delamalier with his second AB. Round out to Buckner his first time up. And first pitch strike here from Luke Dotson. What else do we need to happen in this game?
We've seen it all. We've seen it all.
Fill out that bingo card. Low, and it's 1-1. Brady Delamalier, redshirt freshman from St. Augustine. He's actually committed to play for Link Jarrett at Notre Dame. Jarrett leaves Notre Dame for Florida State, his alma mater, and Delamalier decides to follow. Or really stay put in his native state.
Yep. A lot of times guys, when they commit, sign to colleges, it's for that head coach.
2-1 to Brady Delamalier. Fouled off. And yep, another issue with the pitch clock. This is getting wild. Justin Parker now out to try to figure this one out.
I mean, the ball was fouled off. Pitcher gets the ball back, and
do you hear the chant?
Yeah. They say mano y mano.
But what can this conversation possibly be about right now? Whatever the situation is, it needed to be figured out the first time there was an issue and the coaches came out.
Yeah, and the clock was messed up again there. I mean, the ball was fouled off. Pitcher gets the ball back in his hand. You can see the clock was ticking down 5, 4, 3, and I think right away that's what they were saying. See, the clock's messed up.
So the clocks are working. We have visual proof. And Brody Delamalier goes down on strikes. Luke Dotson, though, does not get out unscathed because Cal Fisher, big fly.
Big moment for Cal Fisher. He's having a ball game, man. The defense has been phenomenal. Great at bats all game long. What happens when you stay committed to your approach? You get rewarded late. How about a little wing for cool, calm, and collected Cal?
If it's summer, Frank's got you covered with these sizzling deals at Fairway. This week, Ruffles are just $3.88. Blue Ribbon Classics bars are only $4.99. Capri Sun or Kool-Aid Jammers are just $2.48. Whole seedless watermelon is only $5 each. Fairway, sizzling savings all summer long.
Fire it up. The all-new Dragon Flame Grilled Whopper is here at BK. Bold, juicy, flame grilled, and ready for adventure. Experience a new kind of flame at Burger King. How to Train Your Dragon, coming to theaters June 13th.
When the monsters come, all you can do is scream.
You were the last person to see the president alive. Did you kill him?
They will never see us coming.
Better?
Yes, better.
Let's go! The Rob Dwalishvili, the Sugar Show! Juliana Pena!
How are you going to beat me, Kayla?
Kayla Harrison!
I will be champion.
The NCAA Men's College World Series in Omaha begins Friday, June 13th. The 46th consecutive year is on ESPN, and the 23rd straight year, every game is on ESPN. The finals begin Saturday, June 21st. For more information, go to ncaa.com. Your home for all 90 NCAA championships. Mississippi State, the champs in 2021. The head coach that got them there, Chris Lemonis, let go on April 28th. Justin Parker has done a fabulous job. His Mississippi State Bulldogs have 2 home runs, Garrett Fry and Joe Powell. Florida State has 1, but it was Cal Fisher with a 2-run shot a half inning ago to tie up this game. So in steps Lucas Buckner. He has been clutch coming off the bench in this Tallahassee Regional. And a lot of that trying to pound the ball the other way. But just when you think that Lucas Buckner is going to continue to burn you the other way, he'll turn and burn on one like we saw against Northeastern.
His at-bat's been great. Love the approach.
Season numbers, 297. 2 driven in. Called for timeout, didn't get it. He's like, all right, just let it rip.
See Wes Mendez still firing 95 here in the 8th inning.
Buckner has an awesome 2-strike approach. He is a pest.
He is, man. Good ball player.
Because that right there, what's he doing?
It's frustrating, but he's sticking to his approach. Left on left here, trying to keep that front shoulder tucked. Wes Mendez is making his pitches. Top of the zone, on the outer edge, dotted. Nothing you can do with that pitch. The good hitters, they can foul him off.
And you can see that front shoulder on the balls that he is putting in play to the opposite field. I mean, that thing's not moving at all. That head is perfectly still. I mean, he's seeing the ball literally off the bat and following it through to that opposite side.
Yes, he is.
Not fazed by the moment. Mendez. Good spot. Discipline from Lucas Buckner.
And that's the key there, not speeding up, fouling balls off over the left field wall. Doesn't speed up. Reason he didn't chase 3 straight sliders.
Pitch 94 from Mendez. Up the middle, Mendez has it. Flings it to first for the first out. Mendez with a career high 7 1/3 now on the mound tonight.
And that was a great battle. Won by Mendez right there, but a fantastic job by Buckner. A lot of pitches thrown in that at bat. No one up in the Florida State bullpen. So continuing to tack those pitches on. Mr. Gatlin Sanders stepping up now. Key at the bottom of the lineup, right?
Yeah.
Seeing a lot of pitches and putting extra darts on the pitcher's arm, setting up for the top of the order.
First pitch strike, low in the zone to Gatlin Sanders. Picked up his 4th hit of this Tallahassee Regional back in the 6th. 3 runs driven in. Mississippi State's path here opened up Friday against Northeastern, beat them 11-2, snapping that 27-game winning streak, the longest active in America. Came back last night, lost to Florida State 10-3. Rocket shot just foul. Came back earlier today and beat Northeastern in a tough game 3-2 that came down to Joe Powell throwing out a runner on a delayed steal to end the game and secure that 1-run victory.
Crazy inning.
Mendez looks fresh.
Yeah, he sure does. In the slider, still sharp, well executed. Pitch before, ripped down the line, left it on the inner half. Does not make the same mistake twice. Mendez fired up, and rightfully so. It's his 9th strikeout of the day.
Top of the lineup. Big fly Fry, Garrett Fry.
Saw him catch that ball on the way back with his bare hand. He's feeling it.
Usually not recommended, right? By
No,
a pitching
sir.
coach.
No, sir. On the back of Mendez's mind here, Garrett Fry. The guy who got all this started today for Mississippi State. 2-0 count here.
Pitch 101. Woo. Lost a hand on that swing. What a game. Now we're going with the Tiger stick. A little spray.
Extra. Mendez season high in pitches, 105. See him sitting there at 101 and a 2-1 count. Once again, I love that shot Garrett Fry took right there. 2-0 count, trying to leave the ballpark.
Did he go?
Yeah.
3-1.
Left-handed hitter on deck in Ace Reese.
And a guy that's due in Ace Reese. 3-1 to Fry. And that puts the go-ahead run on for Ace Reese, one of the most feared hitters in the SEC. As I believe Mike Capozzi has already made the call to the bullpen.
What a performance right there. Wes Mendez battled 2 solo home runs. 3-1 count right there. Ace Reese on deck. Not saying he's pitching around him, but it's a righty up at the plate. Already left the yard today. You can't just deliver him something free. Let's see if Wes Mendez is trying to talk himself. Stay in this thing.
With the bullpen being the issue, they're going to let him go. It's still Wes Mendez's show.
How about that?
Here's Ace Reese, SEC Newcomer of the Year. First team, all SEC selection.
Slider's giving him trouble today. Hitting his first at bat.
Up top, 94. That's 94, 104 pitches in.
This next pitch, ties season high.
Reese has struck out his last 2 times up. Ace gets under it. Just misses that one.
Building your own American Family Insurance roofline?
Yeah, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works. See, that's how it works.
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
When the monsters come, all you can do is scream.
You were the last person to see the president alive. Did you kill him?
They will never see us coming.
Better?
Yes, better. We can't get enough of the WNBA.
Dallas Wings select Paige Beckers.
With more stars and more heat than ever.
Ridiculous!
The WNBA on ESPN.
The NCAA Baseball Regionals are presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Been a couple of emotional hugs for Florida State pitching coach Micah Posey this weekend. It was Jamie Arnold yesterday, leaving his heart on the mound. And tonight, it's Wes Mendez doing the same.
Just an outstanding performance by Wes Mendez. Best I've seen him all year. Longest he's pitched all year, 8 innings. Tied a season high in pitches, 105. Just 2 runs allowed, 2 solo home runs, 9 strikeouts. We were wondering, can the secondary command be landed today? Better than it has all year.
Here's Jackson West, the catcher, leading off. 9-hole hitter for the Seminoles.
And the guy who started this rally with that 2-strike double down the left field line. 2 innings ago.
That's out. Really, this game has all been about Florida State waiting to cash in. Second inning, runner left on third. Third and fourth inning, bases loaded. The fifth inning, first and second. Same situation with the sixth. And then finally, in the seventh, it was Cal Fisher with the tying 2-run shot.
And no question, Florida State. Look back at this game, 12 men left on base, 1 for 10 runners in scoring position.
Just show a bunt to try to distract Dotson there. And it's a leadoff walk and 4 pitches for Jackson West.
Yeah, leadoff walks come back to hurt you so often, and Dotson is giving everything he's got tonight. We're stretching him out longer than he's been stretched all year long, sitting at 3 innings, 62 pitches thrown. Ryder tonight, 2 innings, 42 pitches were his season high.
What's the play here? You got Harrelson, your leadoff guy, up. You need one Lodice ACC Player of the Year on deck.
I think this is a bunt situation if the lefty stays on the mound.
And here comes pitching coach, interim head coach, Justin Parker. And that's it for Luke Dotson.
Did a great job.
Ryan McPherson, freshman from right here in Florida. Another opportunity. We saw him on Friday. He's about to get hot. Let's check in with the studio for an update. We appreciate it. Great theater here in Tallahassee. I mean, this regional is absolutely delivering. Every game has been highly competitive, only with the exception of Jamie Arnold on the mound against Mississippi State. And probably when the Bulldogs face Northeastern, open this thing up. Ryan McPherson, he's looked good out of the bullpen, 4-1 with a 3.76 ERA.
He's got big time stuff. Friday, 4 innings pitch, 3 strikeouts, no hits, and 41 pitches. It's an electric fastball. It'll run up into the upper 90s. Tight breaking ball, 12-6, mix in a slider, tighter action in the upper 80s. It's great stuff.
So if you're Harrelson and you think bunts in play, how are you timing up? What's your process here when you're on deck?
Yeah, you're on deck, literally just timing him up like you're hitting, and you're not going to give any cues. But the big thing that you're picking up on in any bunt situation is what's his rhythm like home? Is it a slide step? Your goal when you're sack bunting is you want to be able to show it as early as you can. As long as this bunt is laid down on the right side, first base side, you deaden it enough, they run a real advance. But this is not a team that sack bunts a ton throughout the year. They went from a left-handed pitcher to a right-handed pitcher now. So we'll see if they keep the bunt on.
Florida State with just 9 sack bunts all season long coming into the regionals. This is the NCAA Baseball Regionals presented by Capital One. It's the regional final of the Tallahassee Regional at Dick Howser Stadium. Lower Galindo with Devin Travis. Florida State with the win advances to the Super Regionals. They will take on the winner of the Corvallis Regional. Mississippi State needs to win this and tomorrow to advance. Harrelson shows it, pulls it back. Trying to set up the ACC Player of the Year, Alex Lodis, to drive in west to give Florida State the lead. The bunt, back to the pitcher. He goes to second, air melts it. West will head back. He had time.
And the right decision there by McPherson. Pounces off the mound like a cat. Not where you want to bunt this baseball, right back to the pitcher. And he catches it, throws it like a shortstop, and the ball just takes off on him. See Buckner try to hold on to the base there, just couldn't, tipped off his glove.
Now this place is ready to explode. The hero of this Florida State program offensively, Alex Lodis. In what could be his final at-bat in Tallahassee, Florida.
Yes, it could. Florida State looking for a big moment from Alex Lodis this weekend. Here it is.
Florida State has the highest chase rate on pitches outside of the zone by any team in this NCAA tournament. Lodis looking for the disciplined approach.
Big time pitch. Lodis all over the fastball right there. Knows it's a big one. Freshman drops in the big 12-6 curveball.
Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. 97 from Ryan McPherson.
Big time gas. And the hitters count right by him.
very close. Full count.
Comes a changeup right there. Right on right, great take by Alex, 3-2 count.
Wow. Lodis walks on a pitch that was awfully close to take with 2 strikes. Loaded for Max Williams.
Man, and I'm not happy if I'm a Mississippi State fan. I'm sorry. This is a 3-2 count, and this is a fastball that is absolutely dotted. Not a pitch that Alex Lodis can do anything with, but man, oh man, if I'm a Bulldog, and I got problems with that one right here, man.
Brings up Max Williams. He's got the clutch gene. 4 go-ahead hits in the 7th inning or later this season to lead Florida State. Williams chopping it foul.
3rd inning tonight with the bases loaded for the Noles. Mentioned runners in scoring position, men left on base, 12. Runners in scoring position, 1 for 10.
Loaded in the 3rd, loaded in the 4th, but that was with 2 outs. Bulldogs need to come up with 3 of those. Williams swinging through 97 again from young Ryan McPherson, and it's 0-2.
Yesterday it was the fastballs up in the zone, Max Williams, 4 strikeouts. Today 2 strikeouts, change-ups down below the zone. Got them where they want them.
Nice pitch, misses. 1-2.
Dangerous miss there for the freshman. Don't want to miss up in the zone, 0-2 count with a breaking ball.
To the right side and through. Florida State has taken the lead. Harrelson being waved home. 2 score for the Noles. His name is Max Williams, but you can call him Mr. Clutch. His 5th go-ahead hit in the 7th inning or later this season.
Yeah, and he's a fighter. A guy that's been struggling, a lot of strikeouts over the past couple games. Does not matter, man, on first base. He's got that whole left-hander's dream. And with 2 strikes there, the breaking ball stays up. Noles make you pay.
Bailey up the middle. The freshman delivers. Here comes Lodis. Seminoles tacking it on.
Miles Bailey continuing to swing a hot bat. A lot of off-speed pitches early in the zone tonight. He sits on that one, change up over the heart of the plate, drives it right back up the box. There's the ACC Player of the Year touching home plate. No saying, give me some more. This inning started with a leadoff walk and then an error and then a walk, and Noles make you pay.
But the man at the plate is the reason Florida State believes. It was a 2-0 deficit before Cal Fisher went big fly to right field in the 7th to tie the game up at 2. Here's his first at-bat since that epic moment. He wanted another one. Still nobody out. Got to think it was just a matter of time flirting with this much disaster before Florida State would ultimately catch in.
Exactly. That fastball, Noles have not gotten to that tonight. It's been off speed that they've gotten to this inning.
And Fisher nearly loses the bat. He wants some stickum.
It's humid, baby.
It's Florida, right? What was your go-to sticky?
I put as much sticky spray as I could on my bat, and I even snuck it on the barrel when I could.
Uh-oh, get a little extra backspin. I feel you.
Can't get in trouble now.
Fisher hangs with the curveball. Buckner to second. Sanders with the late throw. And Hines keeps it in front, 1 down.
And that's a well-struck ball right there. Opportunity for a double play, but Buckner out at shortstop couldn't really get too clean of a transfer, allowing Fisher to reach first base in time.
Here comes Justin Parker for another conversation. Another convention on the diamond. So the umps have played a factor in this game. We'll get into that in a moment. This last play.
A well-struck ball again. And just an opportunity for a double play ball right here, but a little slow on the transfer up the line. Nice job by Hines keeping that ball in front of him.
The question is, did Bailey do enough
challenged
to get out of the way?
By Mississippi State, the forced play slide rule.
And that's exactly what they're looking at here.
There you have it. So ball's coming to the second baseman, and Bailey does not slide. You have to slide. I believe that is the rule. Stays up on his feet. To be honest, him not sliding had nothing to do with the play, but because he did not slide, he ended up costing the nose here.
Yeah, usually we see this call when it's a runner sliding, but outside the running lane.
Right. And very rarely do we see a guy not sliding when there's any kind of play at second base. But you have to slide because it obscures the second baseman's lane to be able to throw. And
I mean, Buckner was definitely trying to move around the big body of Miles Bailey to get an angle, so he didn't have to throw it through his forehead.
Yeah, and really it just didn't have a ton to do with anything other than the throw was just up the line a bit. Didn't really affect much of anything, but you do have to slide. Should be a double play.
So Buckner to Sanders, Bailey bearing down on Sanders. And if this is overturned, it will be 2 outs for Florida State here in the bottom of the 8th. But about the umpires, there's a reason why Mike Capozzi is really calling the shots for Florida State in the dugout in this game. Back in the 2nd inning, there was a moment where Carson Ligon, pitcher for Mississippi State, got out of a jam, showed a lot of emotion. He was chirping at the Florida State players. Florida State took exception to it. Third base coach Ty McGahee tried to settle things down. The umpires apparently said something to McGahee. Link Jarrett, Florida State's head coach, looked like he took exception to that and went out to stand up for his guys. The conversation continued to escalate to the point where home plate umpire Joe Burleson told Link Jarrett, settle down, calm down. He kept going, and he gave him the boot, ejected him from the game. We also saw the head coach for Northeastern in the game before this, Mike Glavin, ejected from the game in the 9th inning.
Yeah, in environments like this, regional baseball, tempers are already extremely high. You never want to see the manager get tossed.
After review, the call of no interference at second base is confirmed. The runner is out.
I don't know anything anymore.
Mississippi State loses 1 challenge.
I don't know anything. Rules in baseball, I guess. Man. Strike 3 call this inning. No slide there. Tough.
So that will sting for Mississippi State. It's just the out at second base. Drew Farrell to left field, caught. And Williams will be held at third base.
Did a great job out in left field right there by Garrick Fry. Absolute missile. Hit the other way by Farrell. One out right there. You're never afraid of making the last out at home plate. You want to test that arm there. If that's me, I'm letting him go. Chase Williams has been swinging a hot bat. I'm going to play their odds with him.
Joe Powell calling the first and third play. Max Williams on third, Cal Fisher on first. A 3-spot here for Florida State in the bottom of the 8th inning to take the lead in this regional final. Late game heroics by the Seminoles. Half swing. Williams clearly went. It's 0-1.
Once again, that big fastball is yet to be put in play this inning. It's been all the off-speed pitches that have been put in play. Swings and misses on his fastball.
Doesn't go there, and it's 1-1. Two.
Second time today. Taking that shot off the mask.
And look how Chase Williams makes sure that he is getting back in the box quickly so we avoid a debacle like we had last time.
I'm making that mistake again.
1-2. Runner goes, and they're trying to provoke a throw from Joe Powell, but he's seen this play before. Says, I'm not taking that bait. But Fisher takes second.
Another man in scoring position.
Nails Chase Williams.
Big fastball.
Man. Shoulder.
And it's his left shoulder that's bothering him.
It seems like contact finds Chase Williams.
Yes, it does.
When you're an aggressive player, when you stand there with confidence, gonna wear some of them. He's hit walls. He's tweaked his hammy, running hard through first. He's been in a collision at home. Loaded again, first pitch swinging. Man. Lavalier wanted that.
Bases loaded for the Noles.
Brody DeLamielleure didn't start the game. It was James Hankerson in the DH role. DeLamielleure trying to add. Ryan McPherson trying to leave the bases loaded. Give his Bulldogs a chance in the top of the 9th. They will have the heart of the lineup coming up in Sullivan, Hines, and Chance. Trio that could do some damage. Florida State 3 outs away from moving on to the Super Regionals. An epic late game comeback for the Noles.
Florida State finally breaks through. Bases loaded multiple times tonight. A lot of men left on base, but late in the ball game, it's those lefties, Max Williams and Miles Bailey, deliver.
kid's brain with Allegra versus some allergy medications in the math quiz. Some allergy medications can make your kids drowsy.
1, 2, 3.
But Allegra is different.
7 times 51? No biggie. 357.
Ace. Well done.
Allegra is fast, non-drowsy allergy relief with 0% brain interference, so your kids can stay sharp at school. It's a no-brainer.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
Let's go! The Rob Dwalishvili, the Sugar Show! Juliana Pena!
How are you going to beat me, Kayla?
Kayla Harrison!
I will be champion.
How unreal is that? Wright State and Louisville in Nashville, not the #1 national seed Vanderbilt Commodores. It's a postseason. A lot of crazy things can happen for Joe Charles. His job, get the final 3 outs and send the Noles to the Super Regionals.
Yeah, and he threw 2 innings last night, and he was fantastic. This is the guy with the best stuff out of this Florida State bullpen. Fastball up into the mid-90s, ton of ride to the top of the zone, and an incredibly tight slider. Really good stuff. This Florida State bullpen, questions about it coming into this regional. So far, 8 innings pitch, all scoreless, 12 strikeouts, and in my opinion, the big key, just 2 walks.
But it's going to be tough because these Bulldogs have shown fight all season long. Rallying around their interim head coach, Justin Parker, they know this will be it. As a team, this will be it. With Parker leading the way. Noah Sullivan to lead off. Looking at a first pitch strike. Oh, 2. And the curtain call for Wes Mendez. One-two.
Excellent take.
Mississippi State, the 3 seed in this Tallahassee regional. They were on the outside looking in before they made the change to Justin Parker. Now Florida State is 2 outs away. And Noah Sullivan has been ejected. He was the cooler head a little earlier, but the emotions running too hot late. And you can understand why.
It's a ball. Don't blame them. Umpires tonight, been tough for both sides, but the situation right there, man, 1-2 count, backup breaking ball. It's on the white line. Don't blame them one bit.
Hunter Hines, Mississippi State's home run king. 72 his name, more than Clark, more than Palmero. Trying to give it one last ride. But Joe Charles is shoving. Check swing. About 95 at the end of the game. One out away. Another rejection. Jake Gaudreau getting tossed. Unraveling here in Tallahassee. Bryce Chance representing the final out, the final chance for these tough Mississippi State Bulldogs.
First 3 balls of the night thrown by Joe Charles. 2 quick outs. Gotta get back in the strike zone here. Bryce Chance taking 2 strikes, forcing this to a 3-2 count before I ever think about taking the bat off my shoulder.
In there for a strike, and it's 3-1. Florida State, the number 9 national seed. Not done yet. Chance is aboard with 2 outs. And the dangerous Joe Powell will stand in.
That's how it starts right there for Mississippi State. 2 outs.
Here comes Mike Capozzi. What's the discussion here, Devin?
I think it's just settling Joe Charles down. Maybe Mike Capozzi sees something mechanically, understanding this Mississippi State club, ton of power up and down this lineup. Hey, let's get you right now. I'm not going to let anything else build.
Let's take a look at our Capital One rewarding performance. The poetry here, the former Ole Miss Rebel turned Florida State Seminole, Wes Mendez, dealing against his former rival, Mississippi State.
Absolutely fantastic, Wes Mendez. Jamie Arnold last night was pretty good. Hard to believe that Wes Mendez was even better tonight in a game that was much needed. Tight ball game, low scoring. My man stepped up. Biggest moment of the season.
And that's over the head of Jackson West. That will allow Chance to move up to second. And after back-to-back strikeouts and more mayhem on the field, Charles is having difficulty finding the control.
And the tying man on deck for Mississippi State.
And that almost hit him.
Mississippi State, I'm forcing him into the strike zone before I think about swinging here.
Joe Powell with a solo home run in the 5th. That gave Mississippi State a 2-0 lead, but the Bulldogs were flirting with disaster on the mound and defensively all night. One strike away. Dick Hauser is alive. And the Seminoles are super again. with Link Jarrett ejected in the second inning. Florida State finds a way to rally. Coming up with 5 runs in the 7th and 8th to punch their 19th ticket to the Super Regionals, the most in the history of college baseball.
And a resilient bunch, and a great job by this offense, just continuing to plug away. A lot of men left on base tonight. Mississippi State, heck of a season. They've been through a ton. Slow start. Head coach Justin Parker got these boys put together, but in the end, Florida State was just too much tonight.
Now here's the most intriguing part for the Seminoles fan base. They go home tonight and they watch the Corvallis Regional. They watch Oregon State, the Beavers facing elimination. If Oregon State does not win that Corvallis Regional, that guarantees that Florida State will host a Super Regional right here in Tallahassee, which means as well another outing for Jamie Arnold and Alex Lodis here inside Dick Howser.
Big advantage for the Noles. This is where they play their best ball. Here at home, the crowd loves them. Great atmosphere, one of the best atmospheres in all of college baseball. Heck of a regional. Congrats to the Noles.
And heck of a run. Toughness and grit by the Mississippi State Bulldogs. A season of turmoil. Fantastic job by Justin Parker. But Jamie Arnold and the Noles fight on to advance to the Super Regionals and await their fate.